Turtleneck season, bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, God, excuse me. What's going on, everybody? This is the Burn Down. Today's episode, you see all these brands putting cartoon characters on the label.
Kid-friendly labels. What's up with that? Why is that not a good idea?
It's coming up next on the Burn Down. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Burn Down. I'm Justin, a.k.a. the Dapper Cigar. This gentleman right here.
I'm Eric, a.k.a. Brother Cigar.
If you're new to this channel, please hit the like button, please hit the subscribe button, and please hit the bell to be notified for every single time we drop a new video. Check out the website, burndownpodcast.com. Become a member. $5 a month, exclusive discounts, members only, giveaways.
Make sure to donate, if you haven't already, Christmas for Kids fundraiser. Our goal is to raise $10,000. If you haven't done it, please do it. If you did do it, you got a little extra cash on the side, donate to us, please. It's going to go to a lot of good people, a lot of good families in need. Christmas for Kids, check it out on the Burn Down website. Link in the description. Let's go.
Boom. So, today's topic. You see a lot of these brands coming out with these labels that have cartoon characters.
Cartoon characters, images on cigar labels that, like Cookie Monster and playful images that can be, influenced by kids. Now, is that a really good idea? I don't think so. Do I really think it's going to affect kids? No.
But
why is it a bad idea?
Yeah, we're going to talk about why it may not be necessarily the best idea to start putting kid-friendly images on cigar labels. But before we get into that, we have to light up a cigar and we have to crack open. We're drinking some good old-fashioned Michelob Ultra.
Michelob Ultra.
Lower.
Michelob Ultra.
Bang.
Refreshing.
Here. Is this the one that was shaken?
Not stirred. Oh, man, I wish it went all over your face.
That, there's a small part of me, and I go, I hope that's the one. And he just goes, and it blows up. But then as soon as it didn't blow up, I looked at myself, and I go, it's going to be bad. Yeah. So.
Fuck your life.
Bing bong. So we're going to get cigars going. I don't know if Eric, are you going to smoke the one that we had from?
Yeah, we already started smoking cigars. We were doing some before. I said, why light up another cigar when we already have them out?
Yeah, so these are actually from Eric's wedding.
Yeah.
Dun, dun,
we had so many of them. We just keep smoking them. I mean, they're good.
So let's get these kind of relit, kind of get them going again so we can talk about why it's not a good idea to start putting these cartoon characters on a cigar label.
Let's do it. Bing bong.
Bing bong. All right, ready?
Here. Chin chin, salute,
chin.
cheers. That's my new thing. So let me backtrack real quick. Where this?
Yeah. Bring us in.
No, Matthias, our guy Matthias Clark from New York City Tobacco Group.
Shout out
to Matthias. He's in charge of a lot of the events, cigar events that go down in New York City, which he always invites us to.
Carnegie Club. What's up?
Shout out. So thank you, Matthias.
Bing bong.
But he writes cigar reviews. He writes different industry reviews and articles and blogs. And he came out with a pretty interesting article where he talked about how the cigar industry could be on the verge of death. Not verbatim what he said, but I'm just paraphrasing. But he's saying why he thinks it's not a good idea that some of these cigar companies are putting these kid-friendly labels on their cigars. Like, you have the Cookie Monster. You have, I'm not sure who makes it, but it's like a pack of 5 cigars, like in a giant candy bar. And he's talking about why this really isn't a good idea. And, the big old powerful FDA can use that as ammunition to kind of squash the cigar industry.
Yeah, because, the way I see it is, first off, the FDA, they're always looking to strike down the cigar industry. They have been for years, and they're going to continue for years to come. Why? I don't know, because tobacco sales from premium cigars only account for about 0.5%, I think less than 0.5%, when we interviewed Joshua Habersky, head of government relations for the Premium Cigar Association. You can check that episode out right there. But what he was telling us is that premium cigar sales only account for about 0.5%. So first off, I don't know why the FDA really wants to crack down on regulating cigars. They should just crack down on regulating everything else. Okay?
Mind your business.
Mind your business.
On top of that, now you want to go and put some of these, call them kid-friendly images on cigars. That's probably not a good idea because it just gives them another piece to say, hey, first off, cigars aren't directed towards kids. I've never seen kids chain smoking cigars underneath the bleachers in high school. But besides the point, putting these images that a kid might see and he's drawn to that image, it attracts him to the cigars and he's underage, and that's bad.
Ooh, that's bad.
Yeah, and do I personally think that a kid, in high school or middle school is going to buy a premium cigar for $10?
No.
I don't think that at all. I don't think really that it will affect kids that much. I think if my 14-year-old cousin saw a Cookie Monster cigar, it's long and thin, I don't think he'd be like, I want to try that.
Right.
I just think it's not a good look because if the FDA gets a whiff, like, hey, some of these cigar companies are, putting Cookie Monster or candy bar images on a cigar label. They
ice cream cones. I've seen that too.
Yeah, ice cream cones. They must be gauging them towards kids, and we don't want that.
Right.
And then,
even though they're not, but it's just something that they can use. They can say that you are and have proof.
They can go in front of people who don't like tobacco already and say, "Hey, look what they're doing." Look, and they can make up some narrative and say, "Look what they're trying to do," and they'd be like, "Oh, that's bad. Let's ban it. Let's make them have plain labels. Let's ban cigars in general." Like, there's so much tax, there's so many regulations, there's so much stuff already on top of cigars already as it is. We don't need any more information for them. We don't need any more evidence for them to be like,
right,
hey, let's crush these guys. So
yeah, because like you said, you're not. Nobody in the cigar industry is marketing towards underage kids. Every single one says you need to be X amount or X years old, depending on what state you're in, to purchase tobacco. That's just across the board. But like you said, they could use it as ammunition, saying, hey, you're trying to market towards little kids now. I think that I don't really, personally, I agree with you. I don't think a kid's going to, first off, go into a cigar shop, right? They're just going to be like, no, you can't come in here.
Yeah.
But to your point is that they could say that you're marketing it towards kids.
Yeah.
What they could do, a solution, is if you want to call it whatever it is, Big Bird, Cookie Monster, ice cream, you want to call it whatever, you can call it that, but maybe put a little bit more of a adult version of that character on the label.
I just think stay away from it just in general. You know what I mean? Like, all the awesome cigar labels that we have all over this studio, they all look awesome. There's so many cool labels. There's so many cool designs. I mean, shit, even our design is hella cool. Probably the best label out there once it comes out. Yeah. But why even put your toe in that pond? Why even try that? And I didn't think
it goes back to the just avoid the situation completely, and then you won't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
Right? Like I was watching one of these what's his name? Ben Shapiro. I was watching Ben Shapiro, and he talks about how when somebody, like if you walk down the street of a rough neighborhood and you're waving your wallet in the air or waving $100 bills in the air in the middle at like 1 o'clock in the morning, walking down the street of some rough neighborhood, he goes, if somebody mugs you, it's 100% their fault. Like, that's wrong. They shouldn't mug you. But you put yourself in a situation where you are likely to get mugged, so you shouldn't be surprised when that happens.
Yeah.
Okay? So it's along the same lines where if you just, to go off of that, if you don't ever put yourself in that situation, just completely avoid the rough neighborhood at 1 o'clock in the morning, you'll never get mugged. So that's like what you were saying, is just don't even put your foot in that water. Just stay out of the water completely, and you won't have to worry about the FDA coming down on you. Yeah,
no, absolutely. And at first, when I saw that first Cookie, I don't know who makes that Cookie Monster Lancero cigar. I don't know who makes that.
Which I haven't smoked yet, and I'm interested to smoke because, I don't want to cut you off, but we had said we don't think that it's targeting little kids, and we enjoy some of those cigars. I've had some of those cigars. I think they're good.
Yeah.
I haven't had the Cookie Monster yet, but besides the point, what you were saying, Cookie Monster, I don't know who makes it.
Yeah. I was like, oh snap, that's cool. Like, that's pretty cool. That's a pretty cool logo and a pretty cool label. Like I like that. It's blue. It stands out. That's pretty cool. 'Cause I'm a big visual person.
Yeah.
But then after I saw that article posted by Matthias, I was like, oh wow, that's actually a good point. And he actually put up a poll, and he wrote in his article that he put up a poll whether he thinks whether it was like responsible or irresponsible in the cigar industry to do that. And I think he said 69%, which was like out of 192 people, I think he said voted. I think like 92 of them said it's irresponsible. So almost
70%. No, so 70% of 190 is what's 7 times 19. 70, 133.
Well, maybe it was 69%. I know
so
that.
it's like 130 people out of 200.
Yeah,
basically.
it was 69%. I don't know how many people voted, but I'm pretty sure it was 69-ish%.
So not a small majority, like over 2/3.
Yeah,
right. So 2/3 to 1/3. So
yeah.
double the amount of people voted that it's a bad idea versus a good idea.
Yeah, and I tend to agree because at first I was like, oh, it's cool, but then I was like, man, there's already so much the cigar industry faces every single day.
Yeah.
There's so many people that fight for the cigar industry to stay the way things have been and for things to be better. Like, this does not help the cause.
Yeah, why? And not saying, and like I said, to reiterate, not saying that any of those cigars are bad cigars. Like, we're not talking about the cigar itself. We're just giving our input and our advice to maybe you don't want to go down that road because it could lead to some problems in the future.
And also goes, and not just for the cigar companies that make it, it's also consumers. Like, you know, if you don't want that in the industry, consumers shouldn't be supporting it. They shouldn't be buying it. So, we got the Cookie Monster cigar, but essentially it was given to us. We didn't actually buy it. You know what I mean? So, I don't think it's a good look, and I think it's just getting into some mucky waters that's not really in the favor of the cigar industry. So, it is a good debatable topic, but I think.
So what do you guys think? I want to hear what everybody else thinks. Like, if you're listening to this or if you're watching this on YouTube, drop a comment. Do you think that it's a good idea? Do you think that it's a bad idea? What are your thoughts? What are your feelings about it? Because, like I said, I just think that you're kind of. I don't want to just keep beating a dead horse here,
but we are.
But we are. I think it could. You think you could go in a different direction? Just. Like I said,
there's so many other ideas.
Yeah, maybe make the labels, like I said, make the labels a little bit catered. Because again, obviously, think about it from a marketing standpoint. Do you want to, who's going to be buying your cigars? Who's walking into a cigar shop? Okay, the average age of cigar smokers, I think, is like 35 to 40. Okay, so those are the larger portion of the demographic that smokes cigars. Those are the ones that are buying, 35 to 40. If you want somebody to pick up your cigar, as a 40-year-old man, what do you think they're going to go for first? Do you think they're going to go for something that looks like a Sesame Street character or something that looks a little bit more manly?
Like the Andalusian Bull.
Right? Like, yeah, just because it's up on the wall, right? What do you think? So from a marketing standpoint, I think it behooves you to good word, right? To make your label a little bit more attractive to the older crowd as opposed to the younger crowd. Because if I'm walking in a thing and I see 3 cigars and this one's got a picture of Big Bird on it and this one's got a picture of SpongeBob on it, even though I fucking love SpongeBob, and then this one's got like your classic cigar, like an Arturo Fuente look, the red, gold, black, right? I'm probably gonna pick up the Arturo Fuente because on top of that, it's a social thing, and nowadays a lot of people want. Especially nowadays, it's bigger than ever. You want what's Instagram all about? Getting likes. You want the approval of your peers. Okay, so when you're a man's man and you're smoking with a bunch of guys and they look at what you're smoking and you're smoking the Sesame Street character, you think they might give you a couple shots, right? So you want to be a man's man. You don't want to look like a little sissy girl in front of your friends. So think of it like that angle too.
You don't want to go to a party and bring a 5-pack of cigar that's in a package of a candy bar. You know what I mean?
And so I'm thinking it too, like on a marketing standpoint. You want to attract the people. You want your label to be attractive to the people you want to buy it. So I would make my label more attractive to adults.
Yeah.
So when they walk in, they see it. Oh, that looks like a good label, not the one with the freaking googly eyes on it.
And it wouldn't be an episode without Eric getting smoking his damn eye.
Seriously, come on, nah.
Come on now, Cletus. Come on now.
Come on, Cletus. Come on.
Hercules. Yeah. So I mean, and you can. We'll put Matthias's link. His link to this article in the description. He goes a lot more in depth. He relates it to a book or some kind of historical event. I forgot what it was exactly, but he's like, I know it sounds impossible, but it's really not that far off. That like it could be the death of the cigar industry, because he lists like all the different things that cigars are already up against and how it does nothing but just add more obstacles. So
Because think of it like this too. All right, let's say you have a book, okay? Whatever the story is. Let's say it's this 2 books, exactly the same content on the inside, exactly the same story, okay? But one has a picture of like some cartoon characters on the face of it, and the title says, let's say it's a story about, I don't know, pick a story, boy going to the store or whatever, blah blah blah, and you have a picture of a little boy and his dog, cartoon, and it says the boy goes to the store, right? They have the same exact book, but the title is not the boy goes to the store. The title is like John Saturday or something like that. And you have like a picture of like a dark picture of the boy or whatever. When you go in, who's going to be attracted to what? Right? The kids are probably going to be attracted to the because you judge a book by its cover. Everybody does. Mm-hmm. But you look at the cover, as a grown man, which cover are you going to pick? Not knowing that the book is exactly the same. Which cover are you going to pick? The one that's a little bit catered more towards the adults. It's got a more adult title. It's got a more adult images. Versus if a kid were to pick up both of them, the kid would go to the cartoon characters.
Absolutely.
Same exact book on the inside, 2 different marketing schemes. So that's the way I look at it. So you're kind of marketing towards little kids. Might as well change the label, market towards the adults who are actually buying your shit. I'm just trying to make all the different analogies here.
Yeah.
That's how
I did have an ADD moment for a second. I kind of lost you, but then
I know.
I picked back up on it.
The analogy popped into my head, and I was trying to create the explanation as it was still unfolding in my head, so I was kind of stumbling a little bit, but I got there.
You got the
I got there at the end.
At one point, I was like,
You're like, what the fuck is he talking about? But you get what I'm saying, right? Like,
yeah. I was like, that's a cool story, bro, but what are we talking about here?
Well, the reason why I bring it up is because we thought about that making our cigar. We thought about what color scheme do we want to go for? What's the label we want to go for? What, in our minds, when we go into a store, what stands out to us first?
Yeah.
Right? So the gold, like the golds, reds, blues, all that stuff stands out to us first. The elegant looking band stands out to us first, as opposed to some of the other ones. So it's kind of like the direction that we took. So that's kind of why I'm bringing this up, because we went through that.
Yeah, no, and that's why I thought it was a pretty good conversation, because, like you said, we are making our cigar. We did create a label.
It's made already.
Yeah,
it's done.
We have about almost 4,000 cigars made already. But we did go through the process of meeting with a graphic team, and Justin and I spending countless hours in the podcast talking about what color, what text, how does it want to look, how do we want to be presented. So,
what's the box going to look like?
What's the box going to look like? So we put ourselves in the future consumer of our cigars shoes and said, all right, if I walk into a cigar lounge or cigar humidor, or if I'm just at a party and I see them, what's my first initial reaction? Because you make a cigar with, like, I get why they would make cigars like with Cookie Monster or like in a package of a candy bar, because it kind of has like that, not wow factor, but it's different. Like, you don't see it every day. So, like, your first initial reaction, if you saw a pack of cigars in a candy bar, like, oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
You take it for the face value. But then if you actually think about all the stuff that cigars are about and all the things that cigars are up against, kind of thinking like, yeah, it's cool, but is it really worth it? You can wow somebody out. You can wow by doing other things and other marketing concepts for cigars.
Because I have two examples of how you can still use the name but market it in a way that's catered more towards adults. Two cigars. So one, the Clown. Have you ever smoked the Clown?
Yes.
Ever had that cigar? You see the Clown label?
He was scary as hell.
Scary as hell. Okay? It's called the Clown. You can go two different ways with that. You can make it Bobo the Clown, nice and cutesy and cartoony, or you can go with this like devilish looking clown.
Didn't he have a cigar in his mouth too? Or no?
Yeah, he was like a scary looking clown. It's still called the Clown.
I was honestly scared about it. I was
Okay,
like,
it was a creepy looking clown. The second example is Tatuaje's Monster Pack. All of those monsters, it's the Frankenstein. Some of them are a little bit scarier monsters, more catered towards adults anyway. Yeah. But they have Frankenstein, they have Dracula, they have
even those could
Dr.
be,
Jekyll, right?
Those could be like teetering.
That's what I'm saying. So Frankenstein, you can have a cute little. I've done it with our Halloween party when we have the little voting booths, the little voting slips. I put pictures of Frankenstein. I put pictures of jack-o'-lanterns, but they're all like the cute stuff, little clip arts. Mm-hmm. Or you can do the creepy version of Frankenstein, or you can do what Tatuaje did, and they just named it the Frankenstein, but they have a single band. It's a green band that says Tatuaje. The Mummy is a white band or gray band that says... Yeah. So they have the name, but they're not putting the cartoons on the packaging.
And I think that's more the route you should go. If you want to make a Cookie Monster cigar, just call it Cookie Monster. Just put the band around it. Because chances are, if a kid sees it if he sees it, and it's just a white label with blue lettering or something, he probably you're more likely just to bypass it as opposed to actually seeing the Cookie Monster with the eyes, or if you see a giant chocolate bar.
Yes, because kids are image forward anyway. Mm-hmm. Like they're not going to be reading everything right off the bat. They're looking at the image. So right off the bat, if it doesn't even have a picture of a Sesame Street character on it, they're not even going to look at it. It's not like they're going to pick it up and then ask, "What is this?" So. I think it was a good, quick little episode. I mean,
shit. I know we got to do our giveaway. We got to do our giveaway soon.
It was like 23 minutes.
Our website giveaway soon. So we had to make this one a short one. This will probably be the shortest episode to date.
You know, it's okay to have short episodes, though.
Yeah,
it's okay to have little quick ones.
Yeah, I mean, this was a nice, easy to.
Once in a while, you got to have a quickie.
Hey, quickies are good. Who doesn't love a nice quickie?
Who doesn't love a nice quickie? Sometimes you get shit to do. Bing, bop, bing, bong.
Bing, bong.
Get out the way. Bada, bing, bada, boom. Hey, oh, hey, oh, hey.
Yo, Ariana Grande, come over to Calling on in.
The famous words of my Uncle Denny. Go beep, bop, boop, beep, bop, boop, bing, bop, bop.
Hey.
He's the only person I know, not to go on a tangent, he's the only person I know that can say a bunch of sounds, you know exactly what he says.
Really?
Like, he can go up to big, you know what I'm saying? Like, beep, bop, boop, beep, bop, beep, bop, boop.
You're like, oh, shit.
You're like, I do know what you're saying.
I just did that yesterday. Yeah.
Anyway.
So anyways, that's our little hot topic discussion. You know, let us know if you agree or disagree, think if it's a good idea or not a good idea. Leave a comment in the video or shoot us a DM on Instagram. Let us know your opinion. We'd love to hear it and we could talk about it. So like this video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and
hit that bell.
Hit that thing too. Hit that bell so you get notified every single time we drop a video. Check out the burndownpodcast.com. Become a member. Monthly giveaways, exclusive discounts. You can win you can win a Zoom session with your boys from the Burndown.
$5 a month?
$5 a month for sure. That's the monthly discount. That's the monthly price for being a member. And of course, if you can, please donate to Christmas for Kids. We're trying to set up $10,000 this year for our goal.
10,000 bone saws.
We're trying to change. We're trying to impact and
trying to change people's lives.
Make some people's lives a little bit better. So until next time, we're gonna do a giveaway. So if you guys are members, listen up. Until next time, chin chin, salute, cheers.